Welcome to the Northeast Mississippi Scouting Report for Week 14 of the high school football season. I'm Brad Locke, Assistant Sports Editor for the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal. Joined today on the show by Jimmy Mitchell, coach of the Corinth Warriors, who at 9-4 are playing in the Class 3A North Final at Louisville this Friday. Coach has been at Corinth for 10 years, and this is your first trip to North since 2002, Coach Mitchell. And y'all have won 8 in a row. Y'all seem to be rolling. Talk about the run y'all been on lately.
Well, I attribute it mainly to just the fact that our kids have grown up. We started the season with young, inexperienced kids, and there's no way coaching you can replace experience. And we just got to the point after the Ripley game, we decided we were going to try to stop making mistakes and improve. And that decision in their hearts and the experience that we'd gained over the first 5 games, just kind of everything fell in place, and we started making plays late in the year that we weren't making early, and that's the biggest difference right now.
You've got the 5 seniors on this team?
Yeah, we got 5 seniors, 3 of them play. We've got a small team. We got like 39 players. We've tried to get it down to people who wanted to work and wanted to be there, and everybody contributes. That's just like yesterday in practice. We got our young guys that are, they're banging around, they're making our older guys work, and they're not letting them take it easy and just go through practice and not get better. That's really been a big key, is how the whole group has worked each other. We'll have a kid that'll line up in front of one of our linemen, and he's gonna make him work that whole period. If it's a team offensive period, he's gonna get after him and make him work and make him get better that period. And that's been the greatest thing from a coach standpoint that I see that's helped us is everybody. The Ripley loss hurt us, and not taking anything away from Ripley, they beat us. But we felt like we had chances to be better in that game, and we didn't do it, and our kids decided that they were about to make a difference in how the outcome was going to be from then on.
And that's kind of the theme of this year has been guys stepping up. You've got a freshman linebacker, forget his name.
Right. Deontay Herman.
And you got Mark Lee and Morris Swinney linebacker. You've got a quarterback, Zarek Payne, that was not a quarterback last year.
Right.
You've got Damian Hughes that filled in for Hubert Crawford, who was off to a great start at running back. Right. But now Hughes has over 1,500 yards. And you talk about some of these guys, and just, I don't know if you expect them to do that well, but they've done awfully good.
Well, we had hoped that they would improve as they have this season. We had no idea. We knew people. We had a lot of young people and other people in positions that they had not played before. It's like Zarek, I went to him in the spring and asked him, would he play quarterback, try quarterback for us, because he was our best receiver last year, our most valuable receiver last year, and he did, and he is the ultimate team player. He's every coach's dream for a leader. He does the job. He never comes off the field. The only time he's off the field is when we kick off. Everything else he plays, every play offense, every play defense, he returns punts, returns kickoffs.
Yeah.
So, he's the kind of kid that helps a coach pull the team together, because the team will rally around him, and he does it without, being domineering or anything. He's just a leader that you want, and he's been a big difference for us. His attitude is overflowed into other players.
Talk about your defense too. I know you made some changes before the season, and took them a while to sink in, but the guys really seemed to caught on. Who's been kind of leading that effort?
Well, probably the leader for us as far as picking things up front has been Morris Swinney. He's the one that's played before at linebacker. We moved Mark Lee, the big kid, back to linebacker, and he's still raw at times, but he's really come on, and Morris has helped him a lot in recognizing things and seeing things. And he's come on, and he's just a junior, so he's going to be better and better and better. And our people up front, we've got kids playing there that have never played it before. We line up, we got 4 defensive linemen, 3 of them weigh less than 200 pounds. So, obviously we can't line up and go straight at somebody with it. So we do a lot of movement, things that we have to do to give our guys a chance to win, and they pick it up well.
Well, your guys, like you said, kind of small up front, so you got a big challenge against Louisville. And they got a ton of weapons on offense. I saw them last week against Ripley. It was a close game. Louisville pulled it out despite 5 turnovers, but you got guys like Arnold Henderson, you got Dennis Timms, I think they pronounce it Denias Timms. Quarterback is Clayton Moore. Just those 3 alone, and they got some big linemen too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we look at our linemen, their offensive linemen, you're looking at 340, 310, 290, and you know, 2 of them weigh as much as our entire defensive line. So, you know, they've got an advantage, and rightfully so. I mean, Louisville is a top caliber team, and they have the size, and we've got to do things to try to offset that and give us a chance to make things happen.
What's your guys' attitude? I know y'all are a decided underdog by most people. Louisville expected, after dropping down from 4A last year, expected to contend for the 3A state title, and you know they've done nothing to dissuade people of that notion. But talk about your guys' mental approach to this game.
Right. Well, you know, on that part, first of all, last year when we did the reclassification, I was one of the ones, just like everybody else, that when I saw Louisville was down to 3A, I said, well, they're the state champion for next year. You know, because like I said, I've known Louisville for a long time. But our kids, we've had great practice this week. Each week they've built their confidence up by the wins. They know they can win. They have a chance. If they get a chance to win, they know they can by the games we played here in the playoffs, and they've come back and held on and found some way to make a play to make a difference at the right time. And we're approaching this game the same way. If we can play them and keep it close and give ourselves a chance to make the play when we have to. That's all they want now, is a chance to make the play when it'll make a difference. I think that's the biggest key right now. They're excited about playing with us. You know, they sometimes you kind of like, I don't know if it's excited about, you know, it's kind of, we're going to be kind of like a dog chasing a bus, and what we're going to do when we catch it, when we catch it. But it's an exciting time for them. They're very excited about it, and they, you know, I hope they believe they have a chance to win. I feel like they do. I do. If we make plays and we keep them from making plays, then we got a chance to win.
Well, Coach, it'll be Friday night at 7 o'clock. That one's at Louisville, makes it a little bit tougher. But the Wildcats come in at 10-3, have not lost to a 3A team, so Corinth will try to be the first to do that. The Warriors, again, 9-4, winners of 8 straight after a slow start. Coach Mitchell, thanks for joining us, and y'all be sure to catch all the football coverage this weekend in the Daily Journal and online at djournal.com. Thanks for joining us.